Reverend Lance. Today I want to break down the writings of the Apostle Paul. We're going to begin with Romans 1:16. Romans 1:16 tells us that we ought to preach the gospel. Our purpose in life is to be a preacher. And how shall they hear without a preacher? Romans 10:14. We are all preachers in the name of the Lord. And our mission is to be bold and preach the gospel. The second message to Romans 1:16 is that we should not be ashamed of the gospel. We should not be worried about what man thinks because we choose to worship God. Man chooses to not worship God because he's so busy worried about what man thinks of him just for being a believer. You know, we get the stigma that being a believer is a sign of weakness or kindness is a sign of weakness. No, do not mistake kindness as a weakness. Kindness is an act that demonstrates that we are children of God, because how you treat the person you see is how you treat God. If you got money and somebody is naked, clothe them. If you got food and somebody is hungry, feed them. If you got water to drink and somebody is thirsty, give them some water to drink. Because if you don't look out for the homeless, the needy, and the poor, then you disrespect God because you disrespect man. We should believe in the power of the gospel. The gospel has power. It is the good news that preached this idea that Jesus became our hero. He died for our sins and rose from the dead 3 days later. And I believe that Dr. King was the modern day Jesus Christ because he died the same way that Christ died. The only difference was Dr. King was shot and killed. Christ died on the cross. Christ suffered more than King, but King, he just as much suffered. But King's story illustrates that love changes things. And then finally, God made it possible for us to have a relationship with him through the gospel. Without the gospel, it would be impossible for man to have a relationship with God. So we need the good news in our life, and I need for you all to preach the good news. Thank you.